Stations, everyone. The Iran file reaches Volume 6, and tonight it closes a loop Volume 5 left open. 3 days ago, this desk filed the Vice President's podcast assessment as opinion, fairly labeled, sitting beside a record that pointed the other way. Tonight, the same interview comes back off the shelf because the administration has spent the week making a factual claim about the Strait of Hormuz, and the sharpest witness against that claim turns out to be the Vice President himself. 8 nights of strikes. One question. Are they doing what the podium says they are doing? The claim, exactly as messaged. The strait, per the administration, is open to all ship traffic except for Iran, and officials touted a single day in which 8.5 million barrels of oil moved through with military assistance. That is the justification doing daily duty for 8 consecutive nights of strikes. The campaign is keeping Hormuz open and the oil flowing. Open is a word this file has tested before, soldier. Volume 3 taught us how. Ask the ships. The ships answered. Before the war began in late February, roughly 130 vessels transited the Strait of Hormuz every day. Across this past Friday, Saturday, and Sunday combined, there were 57, which averages out to about 19 a day. Look at the chart, soldier, and read it like a watch officer would. Not a slowdown, a collapse. 7 out of every 8 sailings that used to happen are not happening. Whatever the campaign is accomplishing, traffic restored to the strait is not on the list yet. The market read the same manifest. Brent crude closed Thursday at $88.10 a barrel, up about 19% since the fighting started. Oil traders do not price press releases, soldier. They price barrels that arrive, and a fifth of the world's oil normally rides through this one waterway. An open strait does not carry a 19% war premium. The price is the market's transit count, written in dollars. And now the witness the administration cannot cross-examine because it appointed him. Vice President Vance is the lead negotiator with Iran. On July 15th, on the biggest podcast on Earth, he explained why force alone cannot deliver an open strait. In his own words, it's just too easy to fire at ships in the strait. And the conclusion he drew, himself, you've got to actually be willing to talk. Read the 2 positions side by side, soldier. The message says the bombing is keeping the strait open. The man in charge of the diplomacy says the bombing cannot. The fair readin', full magazine as always. 8.5 million barrels escorted through in a single day is a real military achievement. Convoy capability under fire is not nothing, and the sailors doing it deserve better than a footnote. Volume 3's distinction also still stands. Open except for Iran can describe a freedom of navigation posture, what the Navy will assert and defend, and as policy, that is a defensible position. The status is genuinely contested, and both versions are entered. Washington says open to everyone but Iran. Tehran says closed to all. But neither version moves the number that matters. 19 transits a day, where 130 used to sail. The posture is arguable, the flow is not. Why the gap matters, and it is not rhetorical. A campaign justified as keeping oil affordable is running alongside oil up 19%, and every dollar of that premium lands on fuel, freight, and groceries, the same chain the money desk tracks every week. American service members have died in this campaign, pursuing an objective the administration's own negotiator says force cannot reach. And a public weighing an 8-night war deserves the actual scoreboard. The strait is not open in the sense that matters to a tanker captain, a shipping insurer, or your gas station. It is a corridor under escort, running at a fraction of itself, priced accordingly. The honest after-action, then. The capability is real, the posture is arguable, and the claim is neither. Keeping the strait open is a statement about traffic, and the traffic is at 19 a day against 130. The oil price confirms it, and the Vice President, of all people, explains it. This reopens at a table, not from a bomb bay. If the transits climb back toward triple digits, Volume 7 files that first. Until then, count the ships, not the press releases. That's the after action. Dismissed. I'm Mark, and this is Pixel Politics.